Duty free's in there at the moment, although they're not really saying much. I don't think you're going to get much out of the zombie. Right, let's see how you handle the situation.
Come on, Box, let's get started. As you do not have a solicitor of your own, we have called upon the duty solicitor, Miss Free, to represent you. Nothing to say at the moment, huh? Right, let's get on with it. Interview commenced 09:02 hours, Friday, September the 23rd, 2005. Well, Mr. Hood, as we will call you for the moment, I am Inspector Foote, formerly of the Yard, and this is Sergeant Box, the officer who cautioned and arrested you while working on the graveyard shift at St Alldays Church at 23:50 hours on Thursday, September the 22nd, 2005.
No comment. Mr. Hood was walking through the churchyard wearing a hoodie. So, is it a crime now to be walking through a churchyard late at night?
No, but as you are aware, I arrested him on suspicion of being an accomplice in a robbery that evening, when a church was broken into and a valuable artefact was stolen. When I cautioned Hood here, he remained silent.
Look at Hood. He couldn't even break into a can of lager. The evidence is entirely circumstantial. I myself walked through that churchyard earlier in the evening. Are you going to arrest me as well?
Oh, don't tempt me, miss. The thought of you and me in a pair of handcuffs, well...
Watch it, Box. We don't want any complaints to the Chief Constable.
Either charge Hood or let him go.
When I asked you why you were wandering around the headstones at the dead of night, you remained silent. Have you anything to say now?
No comment. Surely such an important artefact would have been hidden deep within the church, somewhere so secret only a few trusted people would have known where it was. Have you spoken to the curate yet?
No, but we're speaking to him later.
She's got a point, but I'm sure he was up to some skullduggery. Go on, press Hood. You haven't even got him rattled. Can't you see through him?
Wait a moment. Earlier on, you mentioned an accomplice. Are you saying there are other suspects?
Well, yes. Mr. Chappell, the vicar, thought he saw a fleeting glimpse of a couple of suspects in the churchyard after the robbery. We believe the other suspect was lying low, waiting for Hood to join him so they could retrieve the artefact, which had hidden somewhere in the churchyard.
Just a fleeting glimpse, you say? It could have been any two people. It was a misty night. You're clutching at straws, both of you. There's no flesh on the evidence whatsoever. You have nothing to hold him on.
Surely you can nail something on Hood. He wasn't laying low in the churchyard for nothing. I want a word with you, Foote. Come outside.
Interview suspended 09:08 hours.
What is the matter with you and Box? Get back in there and break Hood down.
Interview recommenced 09:09 hours. Well, Hood, who was your accomplice? We know you stole the artefact. Your continued silence confirms it. Come on, Hood. We'll get it out of you sooner or later. Where did you put the artefact, Hood?
No comment.
God, is Hood dumb?
This has just come in for you.
Foote, come outside.
Interview suspended 09:11 hours.
You'll have to let Hood go.
Why, sir? I was just beginning to feel that if we leaned on him a bit more, we'd crack him.
Because Mr. Chapel, the vicar, has informed us that the curate cannot be found anywhere. Not only that, Mrs. Rathbone, the organist, is missing from her home. Her husband returned from a trip this morning to find a note which simply said, goodbye.
Well, well. The little devils. That puts the lid on it. So they engineered the break-in, and unfortunately this Hood incident distracted us.
Certainly looks like that. Just as well, I suppose, as you didn't have anything to bury Hood with anyway.
So Hood's in the clear. OK, Hood, you're free to go. It seems like you're in the clear. Interview terminated, 09:14 hours.
What a waste of time. I told you that the evidence was far too thin.
There is one way Hood could have entered the church, sir.
And what is that, Box?
He could have had a skeleton key.
Box!